other drama I want to know is what the heck happened in Baltimore on Monday night. I don't know. I was watching the game. I thought for sure we are going to lose. I don't know at this point, anything's possible. We could be down 100, and I'm like, well, there's a way that we can win the game. Because I think I saw at one point in time on the ESPN app that Indy had a 98.4% chance of winning the game, and they didn't win the game. So, like we have dubbed it in our intro, it was truly a Monday night miracle. It was a game for the ages. I don't think I've seen anything like it in all of my years watching the NFL.
Yeah, it was certainly a wild affair, and it's truly a testament to Lamar Jackson's growth as a passer, right?
Oh, yeah.
And not to bash too much on Brian Griese, but I felt he spent 3 quarters bashing Lamar Jackson as Jackson then had an amazing second half and doing a great job leading the team to this amazing comeback with a number of great decisions and great throws, high accuracy, unbelievable performance by Lamar Jackson. Absolutely outstanding. But for the Colts, the heartbreak that organization has to feel, because down the stretch, if they had 10 different opportunities that felt like where as long as this doesn't happen, we'll be okay. As long as we don't get this kick block, we'll be okay. As long as we don't lose 6 yards on this play, as long as we make this kick, as long as we don't give up a 40-yard bomb to Hollywood Brown, we're okay. As long as we don't give up 2 2-point conversions to Mark Andrews, we'll be okay. Right?
Oh, yeah.
It was so many things that had to go wrong
And
did go wrong.
In a way, I feel for them more than anyone, is because I'm on the opposite side of those things, but there's been 3 games out of the last 4 where for Baltimore, it's the only way we can win is if we do X. If we can knock a fumble out of the Chiefs running back's hands to get a turnover, or else they drive down the field and beat us. If we can kick the longest field goal in NFL history by a mere inches, we can win the game. And yes, those things have landed our way, and good teams find a way to win. But knowing how sick I felt during those moments, but then we prevail and I'm happy. I can imagine how, upset that they must be. So my heart goes out to them. So a few talking points, like you said, Griese was unnecessarily hard. I think he's going to eat his words. Maybe he'll think next time. Only quarterback ever with 400 plus passing yards to have over an 85% completion percentage. This game marks him to tied the most wins under the age of 25. 34 wins. Obviously, he doesn't turn 25 until January, so he's gonna beat the record and be the record holder eventually. Another stat: Colts have never lost a game when they were up 16 points in the fourth quarter over the span of 120 games where that was the case. Never until now they have lost that game. And the final point that I have, the biggest mistake the Colts made, by far the worst thing they could have done. Tails never fails. Why do you pick heads in the coin flip, Carson? It's almost like you're trying to sabotage the team. I don't understand what he was doing.
Well, I think, he's a, red-headed guy, right? I think that's that bad luck that comes with that, right? Isn't that what they say?
Oh, yeah. So, as soon as Tucker went out there and he said heads, I was like, huh, you know what they say? Tails never fails. And as soon as it hit and the ref says tails, you see the despair in Carson Wentz's face. He's almost like, we're not stopping them.
Well, because they didn't, right? They had given up 3 straight touchdown drives, and before that, Baltimore was about to score, then Jackson fumbled. But I want to hit on the point you talked about the close games that Baltimore's been in, and this is one of my beliefs about the NFL. It's very old school. We'll call it now New England Patriots with Brady Belichick. When you've got a good coach and a good quarterback, and you've got both of them are playing or coaching well and playing well, a lot of close games and a lot of breaks seem to go your way, right? And that's all about what coaching and quarterback play is. It's taking advantage of opportunities at the quarterback position, and for a coach, putting your guys in positions to win the games, right? It's even when things don't go your way, like Baltimore played terrible in the first half. It was only 10-3, right? If it should have been 17-3 or 20-3 or a score more like that. If that's a score at half, Baltimore never has a chance to get back in the game. That's a credit to Harbaugh and his coaching and even setting up game plans that put his players in positions like that forced fumble on Wentz and that sack in the second quarter to keep the game closer. So that way a great player like Jackson can have the opportunity to lead a comeback. So those close games, like you talked about Kansas City, Detroit, and now against Indianapolis on Monday night, to me, while you feel that as a, man, why can't we win more games comfortably? That's a good sign. That's a sign of good quarterback play and good coaching. And I think that's a good sign for Baltimore going forward for the rest of the year.
Oh, yeah. And, I say that, but obviously, the exciting games are more fun to watch at the end of the day. Just, we can make it like a little bit less exciting, like a little bit less miraculous. I don't know. But a few last final notes on this before we move on to even weirder topic, even more unbelievable. 2 narratives have been closed. That only leaves one left. One, Lamar can't pass the ball. Obviously, he almost threw for 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's closed the book on that narrative. The other narrative, he can't come back from not leading. Like, he cannot make the ground up when they are losing. Obviously, now that has been proven wrong. He came back, and he came back a few weeks before that as well. And he came last year against the Browns. He also comes back from a deficit. So those narratives have been closed. The only thing we can say now is he can't win a championship, and who knows, maybe he proves that in the next coming season or this season. Never know.
Yeah, he's had 3 game-winning drives this season, and the one win they had where he didn't get a game-winning drive, he threw for 300 yards against a really good Denver defense. I mean, Jackson is playing at a really high level right now.